I just watched this video. I've got to respond to it because I see the pain and the emotion in that little girl. Now I'm looking at the comments down underneath there. It looks like two people are arguing, but they're not offering anything of substance, except for one person who asked the other for proof. The other just keeps going on about this one village and the massacre. Two wrongs don't make a right. I don't care what country it's happening in. Injustice anywhere is an injustice to everyone, everywhere. Just because somebody is of an Arabic descent or a follower of Islam, I'm not going to outright label everybody as a mad hat terrorist, terrorist. I'm not going to be sucked into that feeding frenzy because I have a mind to think. And also have a mind to think and remember my history lessons. It was United States foreign intervention in policy and overthrow of rightful regimes and duly elected officials and everything else is why we're getting this poke in the eye, why I was going to say something, but I had to correct myself there because that's not why we're in Iraq and Afghanistan now. This was planned over 23 years before the invasion happened. I can provide documentation from that from MI6. As far as Jew bashing and everything else, no, I ain't going to do that. As for what they do in their own country, I say give them equal footing. Yep. Supply both sides with the same munitions. If they're not willing to let it go. Because it seems to me you're in a vicious damn circle. You're like a dog chasing its tail. You need to let go. You need to move on. And you need to do this as humanity. Stop with the petty differences. You both have the same forefather, Abraham. Organ harvesting is inexcusable. A young lady who was an American was over there. Gets shot, gets run over by a bulldozer. Netanyahu says 9/11 is a good thing for Israel. I don't understand this. This is, hell, the Cold War, mutually assured destruction, made more sense than what I'm seeing over here. This is, the motto of Mossad is warfare by deception. Well, their deception has gotten so ludicrous. And for Israel rabbis to start stating it's okay to kill Americans, men, women, or children who are perceived to be a threat to the state, the nation of Israel. Well, as that one guy did point out, there have been over 70 UN sanctions against Israel, and not one has been complied with. So, Israel itself is a nation unto itself. They will not do anyone else's bidding but theirs. But they'll take all they can from anybody that they can manipulate into giving. How many billions do we send there each year? How many arms? So by proxy, we are the ones that are guilty of the killing of those women and children and men. Because we're empowering the people to do just that. What should we feel guilty about? Is that your motive for doing this? Or is it just that too much political manipulation and the American government truly is controlled by the nation of Israel? So, what are the logical answers to come up with here? I'd like to know. Please enlighten me. You can't claim to me that Israel is needed there as a strategic position to maintain stability when all the hell it does is cause instability. We've got bases all over the world. What, 120? I think? Probably more now. We've got enough military presence over there. We can deny anybody access from what's really going on. It's the resources, and we are wanting to deny anybody else access to those resources. And as an excuse, we're using Israel's motivation, and now these Mad Hatters are wanting us to go after Iran. If you watch the full video of Ahmadinejad with Diane Sawyer, he never once said he wanted to destroy Israel, nor push it into the sea. He said he wanted to see a democratic election. But then I have seen videos where people were protesting in his country about Israel, and he didn't tell them, hey, you need to chill out. We need to act better than that. So I can see issues on both sides, but I can also see that directly tied to America and its foreign policy has contributed. It didn't create it. No, we did not create this fiasco. We've only contributed to allow it to continue. So I hope those of you who are funding this and who are pressing for this slaughter of innocent men, women, and children, especially the women and the children, but that's going to be your first target, right? Because without breeders, there can be no more of that nation. That's pretty sick to think when you get to that level. So yeah, I got a comment to this video. The pain is so obvious in that little girl's face. Nobody has a right to do that to a child. I don't care where they live. For somebody to live in constant fear all their life? Nah. Pretty soon, well, no, it already has happened. I ain't got to say pretty soon. Fear turns into anger. Frustration turns into anger. You foster the conditions that create that. And I think you're doing it deliberately as a means to justify the extermination, the genocide of anybody inside your so-called state of Israel who is non-Zionist. Before 1945, Christians, Jews, Arabs all lived together in peace in that land. Some of us do not forget history. You need to remember that, people. And it isn't just that some of us remember history. It's all written down in places that you cannot destroy all of the places where this evidence is. I don't support you. I never will. Just because that's where Jesus is from is no justification to support the barbarity of the actions of the state of Israel. Nor would Jesus condone it. Nor would God condone it. Outright malicious violence, death, mayhem, and destruction. For what goal? You people amaze me. And you call us Gentiles subhuman. I got to turn it around on you. I don't see myself as subhuman. I see you being subhuman by your actions, because actions tell who the real person is. You can talk all you want and say you're going to do this and do that. Well, you're just shining people on. People know that now. I hope there's a Nuremberg type trial for you people. You're as guilty as those you accused. There's no excuse. They caught a bunch of you over here in New Jersey harvesting organs from Gentile children for sale on a black